For this presentation done by Group 6, we're going to be talking about the startup analysis of HelloTech. We would like to start out the presentation by giving you a roadmap on the steps we took to analyze the company. The roadmap shows that the first thing we looked into was their business model. We then considered who would be HelloTech's competitors. This was followed by how much money they have been able to raise. And then the next step was to look into their strengths and weaknesses along with what is their hypothesis. The last step shown here is what their revenues have been so far. After going through all these steps at the end of the presentation, we will tell you what we think should be done with this company. I will go ahead and hand it off so that we can get started with their business model.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dylan. I'm going to talk about HelloTech, their business, and their business model. HelloTech was founded on December 15th of 2014. They provide tech support, installation, and tech setup. They do this with a number of technicians over the phone, online, and in person. Another product that they do offer are support plans. There are 3 support plans, with the more expensive support plan offering more services and products. The main thing that you get from these support plans is unlimited remote services, which means they will connect to your computer to perform your service remotely. In-home tech support from a fully vetted and background group of technicians is something that they are focusing a lot on. They want to focus a lot on this so that the customers know that they will get a great group of trustworthy technicians that will come and help them out. These technicians, for example, will go in and do a TV installation. This starts at $79. There's a number of other services that these technicians will help with as well. HelloTech is also working with other tech companies to install or set up products. For example, they work with Walmart. You can request HelloTech to install or set up a product that was purchased at Walmart. That is one of the ways that they are getting customers. Another way that they are getting a lot of customers is from advertising online and through social media. They make money from the support plans by making the customers pay a one-time payment or sign up for monthly payments. They also make money from the one-time services that they offer.
HelloTech has 3 main competitors: Geeks On Site, Eden, and ALB Tech. Geeks On Site was founded in 2002, making it the oldest competitor on our list. With 64 more employees, their biggest competitive advantage is being able to service more area within the United States. Eden started in 2015 and mostly focuses on commercial cleaning services, but they do offer IT management for businesses as well. This gives them a competitive advantage of being able to service more than one area that a company may need. ALB Tech was founded in 2007 and primarily focuses on equipment repair. Just like Eden, they share the advantage of being more than a single service provider for companies that may need multiple services. We think that future competitors will arise as technologies advance, cutting the companies that don't move with the advancements to make room for the new startups that will.
When we looked at HelloTech, and with their first project, they were able to raise $2.5 million. Since then, they did have an additional 4 other projects, and with the project that brought in the most money being $12.5 million, and the total of all their projects being $26.8 million. Right here shows a summary of each of their projects, where again, their first one started in January of 2015, and later that same year was the one that raised the most money that started in September of 2015. And the most recent project started in March of 2018, where they raised $5 million. On the right, it showed their top investors for each of their projects, which included investors like Modern Ventures, Madrona Venture Group, Silicon Valley Bank, and Upfront Ventures. And besides these investors, they did have an additional 10 other investors, which were looking for successful companies that were still in their early stages. And one thing that is interesting to notice, if you look at their first 3 projects, then it was all in the first year, and they raised $17 million, which is pretty astonishing.
Thanks, Derek. So this is Nathan, and I'll be talking about the strengths and weaknesses of HelloTech. And so for the strengths of HelloTech, they have the ability to go to homes, give IT support, to fix and install equipment, and they have easy in-person help rather than over the phone for customer service. And also a big strength for their company is that Samsung is one of their leading sponsors for their product. And also HelloTech focuses on a do-it-for-me type of service. So they want you as the customer to learn about your technology rather than just them only fixing it and you not having a greater understanding. And also a big strength for them is that they have a lot of employees compared to their competitors. And so with the ability of having this large fleet of employees, they're able to cover more ground. Weaknesses is that the younger generation is adapting to new technologies more and more quickly. A lot of the clientele for HelloTech is a little bit of the older generation that tends to have more difficult understanding of technology today. And also the company is, just like a lot of our other companies, they're a startup, and so they're fairly new to the industry and the the environment, and they also don't offer a beginning free trial period. So people, they might not be as adapt to having their service because they don't exactly know what it might be like or really how beneficial it will be to them. Also, even though they may be very versatile with their tech repairs and setups, it also means that they aren't specialized for a specific solution. So it might take them a bit longer, or they might not fully understand all of tech installations or troubleshoot problems that are happening because they're not as specialized with a specific technology. All right, and then for HelloTech's hypothesis, we'll be talking about their leap of faith hypothesis, which is split into two groups of value hypothesis and growth hypothesis. And so for value hypothesis, their customers can learn about the new knowledge about their tech and operate features and how to install these new features or to have a greater understanding of it and to appreciate the convenience of in-home help rather than over the phone. The company also adds value by if a customer is busy with other work and HelloTech is able to install or fix the problems that the customer was having. We can tell that the growth hypothesis is being tested because of Richard Wolpert, their CEO, who has 20 plus years of experience as a venture capitalist in the tech industry. And so venture capitalists, they seek companies that have extremely high growth potential. And so to have a CEO such as Wolpert to be representing HelloTech shows that there's great promise and a lot of trust that the company will grow. Also, HelloTech started out with 35 employees in 2016, and by the end of 2016, they had 70 employees. But then 2 years later, they're actually up to 200 plus employees now, which is a huge, substantial growth and shows great promise. Now I'll be lending it off to Andrew to talk about revenues and profitability.
We all know that private companies are not required to disclose their revenues and profits. That's one of the advantages of being a private company. So how does one go about finding it? Well, we've tried several avenues. We had subscriptions to Financial Times, the Wall Street Journal, find anything there. We also went through Plunkett Research, Owler.com, Crunchbase.com, Craft.com, Bloomberg.com, and we only found that the revenues were estimated at $7.5 million annually. It does state that it's the fourth highest in revenue amongst its top 10 competitors. As well as we got a little creative and contacted a friend who works in the private equity industry to see how they would go about finding this revenue. And they couldn't give us any more information than we already had based on Owler and Crunchbase.com. So finding revenues is very hard for a private company. However, HelloTech does have an estimated $7.5 million in revenues annually.
After finding out all the information that we have just shown you about HelloTech, we think this would be a satisfying business opportunity to invest in. They may have only been around for 3 years, but HelloTech has shown its ability to expand by merging with Geekatoo in 2016. And even though HelloTech competitors of Geeks On Site and ALB Tech have been around longer, they are not offering the same tech support, which is giving HelloTech the upper hand. HelloTech has made $7.5 million in revenues over the years, making it the fourth highest ranked against its competitors. The strengths that are associated with HelloTech, such as in-person customer help and the ability to go to a customer's home for IT support, outweigh the weaknesses they have, which are not offering a free trial period or simply because they are a fairly new company. These are just a few of their strengths and weaknesses that we have looked into. The final reason is because technology-based businesses are the thing that is expanding in our world now. Investing in a company that's doing something new in the technology field is an excellent business to back, especially if it is something that we as a group think is a great idea for a business and something that many of us ourselves would use.